Rosamond here again. This is day 3 of my life as a volunteer election campaigner. I've talked to you about campaigning in my local area, and then I went campaigning or canvassing, really, doing a bit of a survey stuff on the phone in the head office. Then I went to the hustings. I talked about that. Today, I'm coming back to you from my sofa. So, why? Because we are on a break. Sorry, everyone. Not that kind of interesting romantic break where you get up to other things. No, we are on a break. I beg your pardon. We are on a break because of Manchester and the atrocities that happened. We are on day 3 of a break where the politicians decide they'll have what they call a truce and no election campaigning, electioneering, surveying, leaflet dropping, anything can happen. And of course, there are no words to describe or even try to understand the appalling atrocities that brought us to where we are now in the middle of this campaign. And all we want to think about is, how can we be safe? How could our children be safe? How could this have happened? We're looking at pictures of parents appealing to find their children or crying like crazy when they realise their children are never coming home. It feels it feels like a different world, but it feels like we've been here too many times before, and each time it gets worse, and now it's about children. And it's really, really horrible, and it doesn't need further comment from me. That aside, without talking about that, it's the 3rd day. Who is making this decision to break? If we're not supposed to let the terrorists win, why are we suspending? I totally get 1 day as a mark of respect. But even within that, everyone else is back at work right away. People haven't stopped going to school. The NHS is still performing operations. People are creating food for people to eat. People are educating people. People are healing people. People are entertaining people. People are advising people. People are making money, doing all the things that make this country continue to go around. So, and the reason, even though some people don't want to, is we don't let terrorists win. That's what it is. Britain just gets on, keeps calm, carries on, off we go. So, although I totally get that on day 1, no one wants to be bothered with who's going to win the election when 59 people are injured, 22 are killed, trying to figure out what on earth has gone on. I totally get that. But like I say, everybody else, whether they want to or not, whether they're happy or not, they are carrying on with life as normal because that's what we believe we do, or we're giving in to the terrorists. So why are we on day 3 of a shutdown? At this rate, I think we'll either have to suspend the election, postpone the election, whatever. But I think that there will be no normality after this. There's only 2 weeks left of the election. We had 1 day off when Jo Cox died with the referendum election last year. And with that, and we had to stop. But with that, there was a consequence. The tide turned, and the referendum election, I believe, never got back the momentum of where it was going, and actually it sort of started to go in a different direction. So there are consequences. There are consequences to this. I don't know whether the effect will be that people will get sick of the election and just not interested, they'll never get back into it. People, therefore, they won't delve properly deeply into the issues that they were interested in discussing before, because all this has happened and it's changed their mindset. Or people will say it will be in Jeremy Corbyn's favour because he says this, it will be in Theresa May's favour because she's saying that. I don't know, and I hope that they both do address what has happened. I hope that does alter some things that they consider so vital in this campaign, because people are going to be clamouring for them to lead in where we're going to go next. But it takes a long time to get into the momentum of the campaign, and now it's been interrupted for so long and focus has gone where it has had to go. I'm unclear as to what we are achieving in Manchester or anywhere else as a result of a 3-day break, a 1 day totally. But are we going to give in to the terrorists and say that everything else carries on as normal except for the election campaign and politics? So that's my little rant that I am not convinced about the length of this break. It's also been very confusing because social media are not meant to be talking about it either, but obviously they are. So general individuals are talking about the campaign one way or another. Somebody on my Facebook feed has put that, a politician has been seen out and about at Liverpool Street, going down an escalator and saying, what are they doing? They shouldn't be campaigning. I mean, there's no posters, there's no leaflets, there's no TV, there's no microphone, but someone's posted a picture that they've seen it happen. And I'm thinking, well, we have a truce. It doesn't mean that politicians are not allowed to walk out of their door and traverse the escalator. So, and that brought up the discussion of why is he out and about? What's he doing? Also, local campaigning is resumed, but national campaigning is not. And so that gets confusing. Rumour has it UKIP never stopped and they've been doing stuff. Apparently the Lib Debs are going out, but Tories and Labour are not. And people saying this isn't fair. There's not a clarity, and I'm not getting any particular party. I'm just saying, what is this about? This shutdown, what is it achieving besides all of us wanting to help with the democratic process, staring at the TV, feeling obviously powerless when it comes to what has happened in Manchester, being aware that there are an extra 5,000 troops bringing the army onto the streets. It feels like a different world. And what should our response be? Would it be better if I went off and volunteered and did something to do with this instead? I don't know, because at the moment there's not a vehicle or a call for help in that direction. So I'd like to carry on with the direction of what I was doing. But right now, all we can do is wait. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.